even to just kind of like comment on what like stuff like Brandon said, it was like that. Apparently, I guess that they just went to lunch like a few weeks ago, and this was like a complete surprise to him that, you know, this renegade guy killed himself. And the sad thing is, I mean, like, that's generally how suicide works. You know, in most cases, there aren't going to be a lot of warning signs for a male suicide. It's going to just happen. I'll briefly talk about my own suicide experiences. On May 4th, 2015, one day, you know, I was just, you know, getting ready for work, going to my wage slave job yet again, and I just said I had enough. I went to, you know, Cabela's, I bought a gun, I bought a shotgun, and I was gonna blow my brains out. It was just like really kind of a spur of the moment thing. No, I mean, like, the reasons for it were festering for many years, but that's how it was. It was just like one day I did it. And like, I never really considered myself to be suicidal at that point. And thankfully I was too stupid to shoot myself. But like, that's how it works. And recently I had another near suicide run-in. October 23rd, 2020. I remember the day very vividly. It was a very warm, beautiful, like 85-degree Indian summer day in Buffalo. And I was like really, really depressed about, you know, losing someone I really cared about, and I just felt lied to and hated. And even at the time, like I said, I would never, you know, commit suicide. And that day I just decided, you know, the weather's turning, life's changing, I'm abandoned and hated by everyone. I'm gonna go drive by like the parking ramp one of my jobs are at. I know that there's like a 12-story jump there, and many people have killed themselves there. And I decided I'll bring my tablet and I'll record my final moments. And again, I pussied out, you know, at the last moment, but I mean, I drove to the parking ramp and I was gonna do it. I can say this now since enough time has passed since then. But I mean, the sad thing about it though is that, especially as, you know, a male today, well, first off, you can't even express suicidal ideation. If you do, you're going to be institutionalized. You're going to be put in a mental hospital. And for most people, you know, if you get put in a mental hospital, like, you're going to have to pay exorbitant, you know, hospital costs. I mean, like thousands of dollars. Now, in my case, you know, I'm on Medicaid, so it'd all be paid for. But I mean, like, for normal people, normal wage slaves out there, like, you cannot say anything about suicide ever. And apparently, like, this renegade guy, like, he worked with, you know, Oreo Man, I guess it's Zaxby's or some fat food place, and like, he probably didn't have any option. There's nowhere he could turn. And it's just like the general state with men today. I mean, we have no value to anyone out there. I mean, if you're not really good looking, nobody cares about you. And society, like, repeatedly tells men that they can't express themselves. If you have any depressive feelings, where do you go? All you really have are other men, and even other men are just going to tell you mostly to just man up and we don't care. And of course, women are just going to laugh at you unless you're really attractive and mock you and destroy and just want to push you even more to suicide. I mean, women want you to kill yourself. I've learned that the hard way. So it's like, it's tough. I mean, like, what are men supposed to do? That's just the state of society today. Like, men are just low value. You have nowhere to turn for emotional help, for mental help. You really have nowhere to go. I mean, sure, you can go to some therapist and they'll blue pill you and tell you a bunch of bullshit. But you can't, even to them, you can't really expose that much about yourself. or you get put in a mental hospital, which is destructive.